Thank you so much for clicking my video. My name is Enrique Pitaluga, and I'm a full-stack developer out of the DC area. I'd love to show you my Encrypted Chat app now. This application is a real-time chat app that provides users with encryption solutions for their messages. It also uses WebSockets to communicate over the web in real time. Some of the top features of this application include WebSockets, which allow for real-time transmission of information to and from the server for all clients that are connected. In the front end, I use the built-in JavaScript API. And in the back end, I use ActiveCable for Rails integration. The encryption layer, which allows users to encrypt using a Caesar cipher or the World War II Enigma machine, JSON Web Tokens for authentication and secure sign-in, and incorporating functional programming into both the front end through the JavaScript scripts and in the back end in the design of the Enigma machine's implementation. The tech stack includes HTML and CSS, also vanilla JavaScript to provide some dynamism, Ruby on Rails for the back-end framework, and PostgreSQL as the database language. And now onto the application. So let's go ahead and log in as our user. Enter the password. Fantastic. Since this is a chat app, we'll also sign in as a second user. Go ahead and insert the username and now the password. And now we're logged in simultaneously as two different users. So upon loading, we'll see a list of chat rooms that we're able to chat in. So let's go ahead and try entering a message. The flow is such that you write your message, you encrypt, and then you submit the message. And we can immediately see that in our first user, the message appears. So let's go ahead and write something back. Except this time, let's go ahead and also select an encryption technique. In this case, we can choose the Caesarian encryption. You can just choose a key of 5 characters to displace or 10, whatever we would like to do. Encrypt and submit. Perfect. Now we see that the message has gone through. It's available on the other user's chat room. And by selecting the corresponding encryption technique and the corresponding key, we're able to decrypt the message. So let's go ahead and send another message, this time using the Enigma machine's encryption technique. This one functions by setting rotor positions, 3 to be exact. And on the back end, we use functional programming to encrypt and decrypt the message and submit. Perfect. Switching back to the first user, we can see that the message has gone through. Wonderful. And as before, we select the corresponding encryption technique. We place the rotors into the exact same configuration as before. And upon pressing the decrypt button, we can see that the message does indeed decrypt. If we were to position the rotors differently, obviously, then we get back an illegible string. Now we can check out some of the other rooms where we have ongoing conversations. Again, if you try and decrypt with the incorrect key, it just doesn't make any sense. You can also add a chat room. Adding chat rooms can be done by inserting the name to a chat room or just by going ahead and submitting, and then the ID will come up as the identifier for the chat room. We also have a menu where we can check and edit our user information. You can see the chat rooms that you own and get some information about them, when they were created, how many messages were sent, and when was the last message that was sent. Also the name or the ID, depending on how it comes up. We can delete chat rooms there immediately as well. Going back, we see that that last room is no longer available. We can also see the friends that we've created when they joined, and we can add friends as we want. Then toggling, we can see our friends list, which just filters the list so that we can see the people that we have added in the last but not least, we can of course log out. Thank you so much for checking out my app. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to get in touch with me or leave me any feedback, please feel free to use my LinkedIn or my GitHub to contact me. Thanks.